Hello, my black kitties. I'm just gonna step in here today because I'm not feeling that wonderful, but this is important. And I am very much dedicated to the consistency of my content and just throwing out all of the advice I can to be able to help you attract that man, keep him, and then also keep him in check, to say the least. And honestly, this is one of those things that I'm like, this is gonna matter. So, why girls that don't care win? This is one of those things that if you were like in high school or even college or even just, in the dating scene, you're like, it seems like the girl that is chill and relaxed and cool as a cucumber. Cucumber. Ooh. I'm actually allergic to cucumbers, so I don't even like saying the word, but as cool as it gets, tends to attract all the wonderful opportunities. She gets the guy every single time. She has men doting after her. She's getting the modeling gigs, or she's getting the promotion, or whatever it be, right? She has the million followers on Instagram and YouTube and etc. Well, this is a secret, and I'm ready to unhinge it because if it's a secret and you haven't been put on the inner circle yet, like, welcome to the Black Cat Energy podcast, where I don't care anymore to tell you all the secrets, all the tricks, all the tips to date strategically, marry wealthy, and also just feminine abundance. So if any of those sound like your cup of tea, which I have over there actually, my cup of tea, then this is like the place for you to be. And then also the new book, Love for Luxury, is available. It literally is subtitled Dating Strategically, Marrying Wealthy, and Feminine Abundance. So if you've ever wanted those trips to Dubai or, private jet planes or shopping, or if you just want a very authentic, sweet, loving relationship with the man of your dreams, this book is for you because it teaches you from obsession and power dynamics to feminine softness, how to dress, how to talk, where to find them. And then, even if you're not looking to get married, like, okay, that's perfectly okay. What do you want? Like, truly, what do you want? And it tells you how to get it. So, with that, this goes back to the art. And it is a true art. It is not something you can just be like, I wake up and do, of detachment, the law of detachment. Now, this is one of those laws, kind of like the law of attraction, that gets thrown out everywhere, but it doesn't have to be complex. It doesn't have to be one of those things where you're like, okay, well, here we go again, the law of detachment. I tried not to care. Well, by trying, you still care. And that kind of puts you in this negative headspace and also puts you in a mind of like defeat. And that pushes away whatever you're trying to attract because odds are you're trying to attract something that brings joy and happiness into your life. So, with that, the law of detachment, if you don't want to go all woo woo with it, just be like, okay, I don't necessarily care about the outcome, like the physical outcome of what I can't control. And that is all you have to know. What can you control and what can you not control? If it falls in the category of what I cannot control, then let it go. And shift your mind, focus on something else, on what you can control. I'll give you two examples. The first one is this entire podcast, this YouTube, this Spotify, Instagram followers, whatever, subscriptions. I cannot be like, I want 1,000 YouTube subscribers and I want 200,000 Instagram and put all of my self-worth and all of my confidence in getting those numbers, and if not, I'm just going to be in a frizzy and I'm just going to be so angry all the time and disappointed in myself, etc. That is something I can't control. I cannot control people wanting to click the button that they like the content or they like my photos or subscribe to the channel. Do I love that? Do I appreciate that? Of course. And here's my shameless little plug of like, hey, have you subscribed yet? But at the end of the day, I would be miserable if I put all of my self worth and all my confidence in like a number, in a statistic, right? Like, I know what I provide is valuable. I know that our chats are going to be meaningful. And if you apply them to your life, you're going to see dramatic changes. But I can't control a click. I just can't. So that's scenario number one. Scenario number two is I actually have a real estate property and it's been on the market for a while now. And I'm looking forward to having that sold so that I can invest in other things like paying off my education and just investing in like future business practices. But if I go every single day and stress out that there's not a buyer yet, or that they're not having as many showings, or whatever it may be, and I just put all of my frustration and anger and hatred towards like that not being achieved as quickly as I want it to be achieved, I'm just blocking it. Like, I'm keeping it from happening. Whenever there's so many different ways that you can look at this outcome, what am I actually trying to achieve? Well, it looks like I'm trying to achieve more financial abundance so that I can pay for education and invest in future projects to help you guys out. So, if that's the real outcome, whether the house is sold or whether it's not sold isn't actually the goal. The goal is the financial abundance. And there's only so much I can do. I can't force somebody to buy a house. I can't force people to show up for showings. I can't do that. And plus it's not even my job, right? We get new people in our lives, new partnerships in our lives to be able to assist us in these things. We just had a new real estate agent for the property. Like, that was in my control to sign with a new real estate agent. Versus what's not in my control is when God's going to send a buyer, or where the money's going to come from, or if the house sells this week or next week. And letting go of that and just being like, I've done my part and I will continue to do my part, is the law of detachment put into play. And this is what girls that don't care do. This is what they win. It's not that I don't care that, the following and the subscriptions and what I work so hard on to provide grows. And it's not that I don't care about this house. It's that I know that my worth isn't attached to it, and that there's a plan for everything. And there's a reason that there's a process to everything. And I'm not going to stand in my own way. I'm not going to make myself miserable waiting for that to be fulfilled. I just know it's going to be fulfilled. Kind of like whenever you go to a restaurant and you order food and you know that the food's coming. You're not staring at the kitchen. You're not going to the waiter every 30 seconds asking, like, where's my food? And it can be really frustrating whenever you feel like you've waited too long or you're really, really hungry. But at the end of the day, you're subconscious and you know that that food's coming. I know that the audience will grow. I know that I can control the content and I can provide more value and it will continue to flourish. And that's part of the process. And same thing with the home. I will continue to do my part with the home, paying the mortgage, making sure that it's in good condition, and welcoming, whatever comes my way as far as investors or people to take on the home. And that's my part. And that is why? It is so why girls that don't care win. And that's what I got for you, my black kitties. I'm gonna go have my cup of tea now.